evening we've got the Division 4 weekly roundup. I'm joined this week by the great man Sean Dutchy. How are you, Dutchy?
Good, thanks. How's yourself?
Yes, good mate. Just going through a few scores from last week. First game, Kilburn 21-13, 139 defeated Kernlight Gardens 12-9, 81. Big win to the Chicks at home, mate.
Yeah, no, it was a good win. They come off a disappointing loss the week before, so they were certainly looking to rebound, and rebound they did in emphatic fashion. So O'Loughlin kicked 4 for the Chicks, along with Scotty Galbraith. Wilson got 3, Wheeland and Trippy, an old teammate of mine, kicked 2. Gilly kicked 2 as well. Singles to Williams, Brad Robinson, Martin and Wills. Scotty Galbraith named best on.
Certainly someone's pulling the piss here.
Must be a misprint here for the Shrek, the famous Shrek. Graham second, Foster, Wilson, O'Loughlin round out the better players for Kilburn.
I suggest that the team manager's playing a joke there. Kernlight Gardens, mate?
Fleming led the way on the goal kicking front with 4. Sloane 2, Marshall and Rhodes also 2 each. Bennett and Grooves with singles. Hooper was named best on for the day. Rose, Thompson, Belfield and Richards round out the top 5 in a disappointing loss for Kernlight Gardens. That really would have kept them in the mix.
Nearly 10 goals to Kilburn, so next game we've got Salisbury. Now the week before they had a real good win against Eastern Park, I think it was, wasn't it?
They certainly did, yeah. They hosted Eastern Park and had a real good win, so they were looking to back it up and go to Hectorville, and that they did. 11-8, 74 to 9-5, 59. So yeah, a very good win. Hodges with 4 for Salisbury.
He's a pretty good player.
He
seen him a couple of times.
Yeah, Warmold and Mann got a couple each. Bennett, Goods and Trentino were kicked singles. Kenley Hand, Shields, Hodges, Cohen Biddle, a young lad who was out with my son at Central 18s, and Goods round out the better players. Page obviously give us nothing. So Hectorville, mate.
Mazzone 2, Carl 2, Smith 2, singles to Broadbent, Thwaites and Leak. Carl was their best. Rumsby, P. Wooten. Wooten's won a few medals. I think.
He has, yeah. He did me for one. So he will certainly have to be getting on now. He'd have to be my age. So.
Mazzone and Dreyer. So good win there to Salisbury, and that lifts them up. And the next game, Dutchy, we've got Edwardstown 14-10, 94. They defeated Jeps Cross 14-6, 90. Better players, mate, for Edwardstown?
Horgan, Cornish, Elliott, Fox and Case were the better players. Cornish and Hawes both kicking 4 apiece.
Yep.
And then it was all singles to Sarah, Slattery, Curtis, Payne, Blythe and Woolard. Jeps Cross, mate?
Schmidt kicked 3, Camp kicked 3, Sawitsky kicked 2, Tanner kicked 2, and a host of singles. Schmidt was best of field by Taylor, Mason, Benny Rawlings and Camp. There's a lot of new players there with
a really good win by Edwardstown. Actually, to be 3-4 goals down at 3/4 time and come home with a wet sail, kick 6-4, whatever it was in the last quarter to get the points. It's a very good win.
And probably maybe the upset of the round, and a really good win with Eastern Park 13-8, 86 defeated Morpheville Park at the pasty 10-14, 74. So that's a 12-point win to Eastern Park away from home. That's a good win, mate.
It is a really good win, especially coming off. I think most of their first 6-7 games are all away for Eastern Park. They were at Salisbury last where it went down.
They got touched up the week before.
They got done by Salisbury, which was a bit of an upset. But Eastern Park do have a couple of their better players out. Bradley Woodward, one of them, but he'll be right back in after the bye. Shawnee Mansell and Williamson both kicked 5 apiece.
He's a live wire, Shawnee Mansell.
He's come back from Gumaraka last year. Nappy, I played footy with this old man, so I'm showing my age a bit there. And Clifton and the ex-Smithfield lad, Matty Stewart, all kicked singles. Williamson with his 5 up forward was the judge best on. Clements was second. Mansell for his 5 third. Clifton and young Nappy round out the 5 for Eastern Park.
Yeah, Mansell's a ripper. I know when we played against him a few times, we always set someone really quick and a hard tag to him because he's very lively up there. So
he's the exception to the rule too, because he doesn't even look like a footballer.
No.
So, I believe you look good, feel good, play good. He just doesn't even look like a footballer, but constantly gets the job done.
Yeah, and he's always kicking goals, and he's bloody quick. So for Moorfield Park, Carlin kicked 3, Barry kicked 2 and a host of singles. Carlin was their best player with his 5 goals. Rainey, Godden, Connell and Barry were the better players. So, good win to Eastern Park away from home.
Again, away from home, and scores basically level at three-quarter time. You generally favour that home side, good win.
We go down to Largs North, and North Haven just keep rolling on, mate. 17-19, 121 to Smithfield, 17-52. That's a massive win to North Haven.
Yeah, good win at home. Rowie leading the way with 5 up front.
Heard he played a brilliant game, was Rowie, they said.
Tommy Lipson, the infamous Tommy Love. I've never met this man. I thought he was an enigma until I started seeing his name in the results. But I do need to meet this man at some stage. I'm sure we'd get along all right.
I'm sure you would.
But I would like to meet him one day. Pedersen and Tyler, a couple each, along with Reed, and singles to Cochrane, Tuck and Merritt. Mooney was best on with Rowie. Young Jack Howden was third best.
Richard Rosewell, big Richard Rosewell. We had him out at Williston. Big Rockman, big Red, about 6'8" of him.
Actually, you spoke to me about him pre-season. I recall a message, and he rounded out the better players for the Magpies.
Yeah, Smithfield, you know them, a lot of the lads out there. Mickey Ashby.
Cullion with a couple, Prider and Harding. Gray, I know him as Hannah. I played cricket against him. Mickey Lane was third best, still getting the job done. He'd be older than me, so that's a fair effort from Mickey. Still got that turn of foot. Cullion and Thompson rounded out their better players. I believe there was quite a nasty injury to a North Haven player.
Kyron Dixon.
Okay, there you go. I didn't know the guy's name, but apparently the way, and it's a real credit to football, both sides, medical staff, players, all concerned, and really chipped in it. And that's
apparently he's all right. Apparently
got out of hospital Saturday night, but it's just a real good, it just highlights, community footy, and, although both of these sides have been known to fork with a little bit of money, people are playing footy for the right reasons, and it's good to see.
No, and that's good that Corin's in pretty good. I heard from the North Haven boys he didn't look too good on the day, and the North Haven boys and also the Smithfield lads and all the trainers all helped with his recovery, getting the ambulance, that sort of thing. So
that's what community footy's about.
Yeah, it was, and apparently North Haven boys shouted them drinks to the Smithfield boys after the game and whatever. So good community spirit.
So on to the ladder. I mean, the North Haven sailing along at 8-0, top of the tree. Will turn for home top and be in a good spot. Eastern Park with that good away win over Moorfield. Actually, they climbed Moorfield, go for second on percentage from Moorfield, and the percentage, as you can see, is very small. Kilburn just sort of moving along nicely into the 4, and Jeps Cross a surprise for me into the 5. So they're equal with Salisbury, percentage splitting them two. And Edwardstown and Kirtleite Gardens, there you go. So from 5th to 8th is separated by a percentage only. So
for me, there's only 3 sides in there who can actually go top.
Yeah,
I think North Haven, Eastern Park and Moorfield Park.
Let's be honest. You know as well as I, the top spots. So North Haven have got top spots, so it's just a matter of now the formalities. The top 3 set, so they've all got obviously the double chance, but finals is, how many times have we seen teams choke? And I won't mention clubs, but they certainly have a reputation of choking in finals. So. Yeah,
and at the other end we've got Smithfield. They're struggling a little bit. Hectorville second at the bottom, although Hectorville they've been around the mark, but just not quite sealing the deal. And there's not very much between 9th and 5th, is there? There's only the one game in percentage. So.
Yeah, there is. Again, a lot like other divisions. I think that the distance between 8th and 9th and 10th is quite significant. Smithfield had an enormous amount of top-end talent leave at the start of the year. They obviously got the full forward back, but they still lost some top-end talent they haven't replaced. So. But I wish them all the best.
Yeah,
some
and
good
we'll
lads out.
go through this week and get your thoughts on the games, mate. So we've got Eastern Park and North Haven.
Yes, well, this is an Eastern Park home game.
Is that Theberton?
It's at Theberton. It's an Eastern Park home game through some sanctions. And this is a real killer for them in the big picture, because Eastern Park at Eastern Park is a tough ask. It's a tough ask. North Haven, they'd go there, they'd get that experience of playing there in front of the Eastern Park crowd, who are, they're daunting at times. But now it's at Theberton. I think North Haven will win, and I think we'll win comfortably.
But there is another way to look at it. I know there's the bar take and all that you're going to lose, but does Eastern Park and North Haven is a rehearsal playing at Theberton for the finals?
Well, potentially, yes. Good point, I mean, look, Eastern Park, obviously, with their sanctions, they're at Theberton Oval. Craig Wilson, Willow, an ex-coach and probably one of the best coaches I've ever had, actually, but he's done a fantastic job to turn Eastern Park around. And you've only got to read, your forums and talk to the people that know in the division that say Eastern Park really have turned the corner. It's a credit to them. I believe they parted ways with an assistant coach during the season just for they just want to be going in the right direction. So, you can only applaud them for it.
Big game here, Jets Cross and Hectorville.
Yeah, Jeps for me. Again, what are they? 5th and 8th on the ladder.
5th and 8th.
Yeah, they're basically the same amount of wins. But yeah, Jeps Cross at home, I think, will get the job done.
Kernlight Gardens and Edwardstown, mate. It's another close game and near neighbours as well.
A home ground advantage for me again. Colonel Light, very similar in position. Colonel Light had a reasonable loss on coming in, so I think they'll want to bounce back.
Salisbury have been in good form lately, but they host the third place Morpheville Park.
Yeah, Morpheville for me. That loss to Eastern Park would certainly hurt. They want to cement that top 3 position we've just spoke about. So Morpheville.
They wouldn't have been to Salisbury Oval though before. Maybe.
I wouldn't have thought so. No.
Interesting. And then we out at Smithfield Oval, we've got the Panthers taking on the Chicks with Kilburn. So
there'll be no issues shirked in that contest. I wouldn't have thought. Smithfield and Kilburn. The Chicks for me. Good winners at home versus Kernlight Gardens, coming into some form. So Smithfield, unfortunately, the longer season might get a little bit longer.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week. Good night.